Hello and welcome back. I am Dr. Lori Williams. Today I want to talk to you about allowing you to define yourself rather than your story defining you. The things that have happened to you, the things that you have gone through, were never meant to keep you stuck there. They were never meant to be defining moments in your life based on what happened. The definition should come from how you have overcome those things, not the fact that you went through them. So let's say, for an example, if you went through a very, very traumatic time in your life and you are continuing to hold on to that same old story of this happened to me, that is how your story is defining you. You're being defined as a victim, as somebody who may be weak, somebody who may be easily manipulated, or whatever the case may be. And that is simply not true. Your story of what happened to you is such a small part of who you are. It's how you have overcome it that gets to define you. And you get to do that. It's the difference between saying, I went through this thing, this happened to me, versus this happened to me, and this is what I did to overcome it. This is how I chose to move through it, to move past it. People like my past clients, even my current clients, what we're working on is for them to look at every single trauma as a blessing. Not the fact that they went through it as a blessing, but the fact that they get to define themselves based on who they had to become to get through that experience. So you're not a victim of your circumstances. You're not a victim of the things that have happened to you. The defining moments of who you are is how you overcome them. You can choose to stay the victim of your circumstances. You can choose to stay in that mentality of this happened to me and I was too weak. Or you can empower yourself to learn to move past it, to learn to heal from it. And at the end of the day, how great would it feel for you to say, I went through this experience that was meant to keep me small, keep me weak, and I became stronger. I became a better person, a better version of myself. I defined myself as someone who's not a victim, someone who has the strength and the ability to get through anything that life throws at them. That's the empowerment. The empowerment is not staying stuck in, oh, well, that shouldn't have happened. Absolutely, that should not have happened. Absolutely, that your worst moments in your life should not have happened. And if you could go back and change them, I'm sure that you would. But the truth of it is you can't. So how you define yourself is your next moves. You didn't have a say in what happened to you, but you 1,000% have a say in how you're going to move through it, how you're going to overcome it. The person that you want to be is on the other side of those experiences, not staying stuck in those experiences. This is something that is very, very near and dear to my own heart. I have been that person that was stuck in the victim mentality of this happened to me. I am now grateful for everything that I have ever gone through, because how I overcame those things is what has defined me. And I have shown strength and ability that I didn't even know that I had. And this is what I help my clients to do as well, is to recognize that being a victim of your experiences keeps you very, very small and very broken. The healing process is being able to recognize that although something happened to me that was not in my control, and it's not something that I would ever wish on myself or anyone else, I have done X, Y, and Z in order to be the person that I am now and to overcome those things. When you stop allowing those experiences to have any power, any control over you, when you stop even telling the story of it, because it's part of your story, but it's no longer the defining factor of your story, that's healing. And that is an unshakable strength to take something that was meant to keep you down and to keep you broken, and not only to heal yourself through it, but to become the greatest version of yourself. The best revenge is no revenge. It's working on you. And that's exactly what I'm talking about in this video. We all have the power and the capacity to be able to do this, but the choice starts with you. I'm not sitting here shaming you if you decide to stay in victim mentality. If that works for you, by all means, this video is not for you. This video is for the people that are ready to work through those things and to stop allowing them to be the defining parts of their story. They get to be the defining part of their story, not what happened to them. That essentially is coming back to your wholeness. And it is such a beautiful process. And it's such a beautiful understanding of who you are. And you're going to recognize parts of you, or you're going to see parts of you that you would have never even known were within you. That is the beauty of healing. And that's why it is so important that you heal. Your circumstances are not who you are. You get to define that. Thanks so much for joining me. I'll see you back here next time.